Gratitude Acres video. Sorry, I have the hiccups today. But in today's video, we are going to be doing a chocolate chip cookie. Now, this is not just your ordinary chocolate chip cookie. This is going to be the best chocolate chip cookie. Not only the best, but we're also going to spread melted white chocolate on the top. And we're also going to use it for some s'mores tonight. We're going to have like a bonfire, campfire, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to roast some hot dogs and have that as a dessert. So let's get started. Oh, and by the way, I will have a link to the recipe in the description. And we are also filming on our tripod. We've had it for a couple of years now. So yeah, without a further ado, let's get started. So the first step in making these great chocolate chip cookies is preheating our oven. Sorry. We're gonna preheat ours to 325. Make sure your racks are perfectly good, spaced, and that there are no pans in your oven. We are all good. The next step is to take your butter. You're gonna need 12 tablespoons. I'm gonna cut mine into tablespoons, and then you're gonna microwave it for about 45 seconds. Whoa, this is a little close. But 12 tablespoons, also a stick and a half of butter. Our microwave just beeped, and that means our butter's ready. Let's take it out. There are some chunks left, but that's okay. So just get a spoon and just kind of break them up a little bit and mix it all together. I might do a couple seconds. There we go. Does that help? Shut up, microwave. Okay, let's see how this looks now. It looks a lot better, and I think it'll be good right now. And it'll also continue to melt. So we're gonna set it off to the side. Let's see what we gotta do next. Really quick, I would just like to say a few things. We are going to be doubling our recipe. This recipe makes 24 cookies, and that would probably last us 2 days. Come on, let's be legit. So we are also going to, I already said that. Oh my gosh, can I speak today? The reason you want to melt your butter first is because you want to cool it back down to room temperature, but you want it to still be a liquid. So you're just going to set that off to the side. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to get out a medium-sized bowl. A bigger bowl, because we're gonna double it again, and we got to account for when we're mixing it, and it's gonna go everywhere. So we're gonna finish off with this first bag of flour, and then use this one we bought a little bit ago. You are going to need 2 cups. Hold up. 2 cups and 2 tablespoons. Since we're doubling it, you will see us put in 4 cups and 4 teaspoons. So I'm gonna get our cups. Is it in here? Got it. Okay, so So we're gonna add our flour and we'll see you with the next step. It's okay if your counter gets messy because we got a little issue going on here, but we will pick that up. So we have our 4 cups and 4 tablespoons, sorry. And if you're not doubling it, just doing it regularly, that's 2 cups and 2 tablespoons. And so next we are going to need half a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of baking soda. We are doubling ours, so we're actually gonna do a whole. So yeah, put that in and come back for the next part. I would also suggest that you pour it over a separate bowl, because if you go a little overboard, you do not want all of that extra salt to go into your recipe, because it will get very salty and that's not very good. So once you have in your soda and your salt, I call it soda, it's baking soda, then you are going to get a whisk and just kind of combine it all together. Okay, so now you're gonna set that off to the side. So the next thing you're gonna do is get out your sugars. You are going to need brown sugar and white granulated sugar. Here's our brown. And here's our regular. You are going to need 1 cup of brown sugar. We're gonna put in 2 because we're doubling it again. So we have our white sugar or granulated, and we also have our brown sugar in. Remember to also pack it in because it is very airy, and you want to make sure you get all of your sugar in that is needed. So what you're gonna do now is add in your butter. It should be close to room temperature by now. Let's put this over here. Okay, I didn't know that was wet right there. I did do a little bit of cleaning up because I did make a little bit of a mess. So let's put this in. Look at that. Let's get a whisk. Ooh. I love this. It is like heaven. So you want to get all of the sugars in, and you want to make sure it's all one solid color. Look at that. So every great chef and baker tries their food, right? That's really good. Okay, so next we're gonna add egg and egg yolk. I will show you guys me separating it and me failing to separate. So we're gonna set that off to the side, and we gotta crack some eggs. We have our eggs here. You're gonna need 2 eggs. I'm gonna keep them out because I know I'm gonna fail, so. The first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna get the biggest one you have, and you're gonna put it in, just the whole thing. Try not to get any shells in there. I will save this. We are gonna put this in our compost bin. We put all of our food scraps in here, and then we take them out to our compost bin. Some paper towels. Okay, now it's time for the fun part. you are going to crack your egg. We use the shell method where you just kind of jiggle it back and forth. And you got to be really gentle when doing it this way, because if one of the shells is very small, like mine is, you could easily crack it, and then you kind of got to start over or quickly get it into its bowl. So this is pretty good now, so I'm just going to put it into this one to make it easier, and then bloop. Man, that yolk stayed together. That's crazy. And now we'll put this shell into our compost bin too. After a couple minutes of fidgeting around with the tablet and trying to figure out how we could free up some storage that was not being used, we're back filming. So the next thing you're gonna need to do is you're gonna have to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. We're gonna do 4 again because we are doubling. I'm gonna pour it over this so that I don't get it everywhere. Yep, I got it a little bit, so let's just kind of move it over so we don't get it. I don't know why it was dripping out like that. It is weird, I'm so weird. I got a little messy over here, so I'll just dry this all up. Okay, so next we should be able to add our flour into here, but before we do that, we are going to mix this in. So what you're going to do next is you're going to add in your flour mixture, and you're also going to add in your chocolate chips. So once you have everything all mixed, your dough should look like this. So you're going to take spoons. You can use spoons to do this. I'm probably not, because it's not very easy for me. So you can use spoons, or you can use a ice cream scooper. I have no clue where ours is, but you can use one of those. Just a little bit bigger like this. Or you can do the old-fashioned way and do it with your hands. I'm probably going to use the ice cream scooper once I can find my hands. And you're going to bake these in the oven for about 12 minutes. Hey everyone, so it's about a day later and we have our cookies. To put white chocolate on them, we have a little rack here, and we have a pan underneath to catch any drips. So what we're going to do is we are going to get our chocolate. Let me go get that. We have our chocolate melted. We added a little bit of oil to thin it up a little bit more. And now we're pouring it into this little squeeze bottle right here, and then we're just gonna do a little dollop of it.
I would do a drizzle like across. Let me show you how.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, lots of it here.
So to keep sorry for the shakiness really quick, our tripods. But to keep our chocolate melted, we are going to set it down in a bucket or a little bowl with warm water. That should keep it nice and moist, or until that happens. It should keep it nice and melty.